Hello everyone and hello sir. So good afternoon, and our selected topic is supply chain structure and network design. So let's have first the centralized versus decentralized systems. So the centralized systems have decision making at a single point, improving control and consistency. And the decentralized systems allows multiple points of decision making, improving responsiveness and flexibility. So, in other words, or in other meaning, uh, a centralized system is where the decisions are made by one central authority or leader. Um, this makes processes more controlled and consistent because everything follows the same rules from one main source. And also, however, it may be slower to respond to local problems since everything has to go through a single decision maker. And in short, the centralized system is control and consistency. So, and also let's have the decentralized system. So the decentralized system, on the other hand, allows decision making to be distributed among multiple people or departments. This improves responsiveness and flexibility because each part of the systems can act quickly based on its own needs. However, it may lead to differences in procedures or outcomes since there is less central control. So, in other terms, in basically terms, the centralized system is controlled, but the decentralized system is less control. And now, let's have the facility location and layout in supply networks. So the facility location affects transportation cost, delivery time, and customer service. Layout optimization helps streamline operations, reduce handling time, and improve efficiency. So, in other words, or in other means, the facility location and layout in supply networks. The facility location refers to choosing the best place to build or place a factory, warehouse, or distribution center. A good location helps reduce transportation cost, shorten delivery time, and improve customer satisfaction. Okay, for example, placing a warehouse closer to customers, it ensures faster delivery. And then also the facility layout refers to how the equipment, departments, and operations are arranged inside the facility. A good layout helps improve workflow, reduce movement or handling time, and increase efficiency. For example, placing related departments close to each other saves time and effort. So in short, the facility location where the facility is placed affects cost and delivery. And the facility layout, it is how the facility is organized inside. It is how the facility is organized inside, affects efficiency and time. And also, we have the key performance indicator or KPIs: cost, time, quality, and flexibility. So the cost measures financial efficiency, the time evaluates speed of the supply chain, and the quality ensures customer satisfaction. And lastly, the flexibility measures the ability to adapt to changes in demand. So in other meaning, the key performance indicators or KPIs, cost, time, quality, and flexibility, are specific measures used to evaluate how well a supply chain or business is performing. The main KPIs mentioned, here are the cost, time, quality, and flexibility. So let's have first the cost. The cost shows how financially efficient the supply chain is. Lower cost means the company is using its resources wisely and reducing unnecessary expenses. That was the cost. And then in time, um, this measures how quickly the supply chain can deliver products or services. The faster delivery means better performance and customer satisfaction. That is the time. And also the quality, this ensures that the products or services meet customer expectations, good quality increases customer trust and satisfaction. And lastly, the flexibility. This shows how easily the supply chain can adjust to changes in customer demand or market conditions. A flexibility system can handle sudden increases or decreases in demand without major problems. So, in summary, the KPIs help businesses track their performance, cost evaluates financial efficiency, time checks speed, quality ensures customer satisfaction, and flexibility shows how well the system adapts to change.
So at this juncture, so let's proceed to application. Design a basic supply chain network for a real product. So here's the example: Coca-Cola supply chain, raw materials, um, sugar, water, flavoring are sourced globally. Production happens in bottling plants. Products are distributed to warehouse retailers and finally to consumers. So at this part, it means that you're applying what you've learned about supply chains to a real world. So example, a supply chain network is the system that connects everything needed to produce and deliver a product from raw materials and to the final customer. So as I've said before, the it is stated the Coca-Cola supply chain. So muna siya ang mga raw materials sa Coca-Cola. Main ingredients are water. So water sourced locally in most countries. And next is sugar or sweeteners, both from certified suppliers. Next is flavorings or Coca-Cola syrup, produced by the Coca-Cola company and sent to bottling partners. So ang kani siya diri nga part kay mura ni siya og kanini ang muni ang example kung on how to make a supply chain or a product, no? So mao ni siya ang example is Coca-Cola supply chain man. So and then ang next ari kay ang kuan siya ang kanini ang next is katong mukuan na siya naman tato sa raw materials, no? So next is ari na punta sa bottling plants. So ang bottling plants kuan siya kan these are factories where Coca-Cola syrup is mixed with water, sweetener and carbonation. Then it's bottled or canned, and each country has its own bottling partners that handle this part. So for example, Coca-Cola Beverages Philippines Incorporated operates bottling plants across the country to produce soft drinks by reducing transportation costs and ensuring freshness. So mun siya ang example sa bottling plants kaning like more kuan siya sa part sa Coca-Cola or sa product is kaning ang pagpack bitaw ang pagpackaging sa product pa before siya kuan sa i-import or i-export sa other places or other country. So next is distribution centers. So warehouse. Once the drinks are bottled, they are moved to large storage facilities called distribution centers, and they are organized, packed, and sent out to the retailers. As what I've said before a while ago, sa akong giingon nga boto siya after sa pack, so kuha na siya is distribute na siya sa mga retailers. So ang next ari is kaning kuan retailers. These are stores, restaurants, and vending machines where customers buy Coca-Cola products. So ang retailers, so sila ni ang mga nag-retail sa products or nagkuan sa products in which ang mga kuan is mo-avail sa ilahang products. And then next is consumers. Finally, the end of the supply chain is the people who buy and drink Coca-Cola. Example, A customer in Cebu City buys an ice-cold Coke from a nearby sari-sari store. That product has traveled through the entire supply chain, from raw materials, bottling, warehouse, and retail, and consumers. So in this example, so muna siya ang mga kuan, ang mga consumer, like ang nag kuan god ang what do you call this one, kanini ang sila gud ang nag-consume sa products ba, ang nag-avail para naay mga sari-sari store mo or other mini store or like sa mga kuan kanang tindahan lang is mo avail sa ilaha. So sila ang kuhaanan silbi. That's what sumura ko ang pagsabot. And then lastly is the next is the Coca-Cola supply chain overview. So ari nga part kay more di siya og kaning cycle bitaw kung giunsa pag kung diin gikan ang Coca-Cola or giunsa pag himo ang Coca-Cola from raw materials, and then next from raw materials to bottling plants na, from bottling plants to distribution centers, and then from distribution centers from retailers, and from retailers to consumers. So muna siya ang kaning life cycle sa pagkuan o supply chain sa Coca-Cola. So as shown there, as what I've said, from raw materials to bottling plants to distribution centers to retailers, and retailers to consumers. And then so Coca-Cola supply chain starts sourcing raw materials like water and flavorings. These are several bottling plants where the drinks are made and packaged. So the products are then distributed to warehouse and later delivered to retailers such as supermarkets and small stores. And then before finally reaching consumers, the structure helps Coca-Cola maintain efficiency, consistency, and availability across the globe. So moto siya ang kuan. So all in all, ang ako ang topic karon is more on kuan na siya, more on example siya sa supply chain. So and then ang best example siya is ang Coca-Cola man. So moto akong explain kayo na from raw materials to consumers siya. So that's all. Thank you.
Hello sir, my name is John Mark Kunay. My topic is all about advantages and disadvantages, centralized versus decentralized. So first sir is centralized system is means that decisions and control come from the top management or main headquarters. So better control is money siya ang mga the main office oversees all operation nga mga mag-ensure siya sa mga quality and consistency. So kaduha, cost efficiency, money siya ang mga bulk purchasing and centralized management mag-reduce siya sa cost. So ikatulo is easier standardization policies. So money siyang policies and procedures mga mag-uniform to all across all branches. Money siya mga kuan sa mga company. So next is disadvantages. So money siya ang slower decision making. So money siya ang slower decision making, money siya mga local branches and must wait for approval from the head office kanang like. So dili lang kay kuan ng kumpanya no, kanang dapat mag-wait ka sa approval para makuan na ma-assess ang imong mga head office. So next is less feasibility. So money siya mga it's harder to mga adapt to local and market mga needs sa mga quickly. So next is all about decentralized system. So ang kaning decentralized system money siya ang mga local branches or regions to make their own decisions. So iya advantages ay faster decisions. So money siya mga local managers and can act quickly without waiting for approval. So next is local adaptation. So money siya mga operation nga ma-customize to meet mga mag-customize sila to meet specific market to demands. And then Disadvantages, mo ni siya mga higher cost. So, mo ni siya ang higher cost is each brand mga na duplicate resources or processes. So, coordination challenges, mo ni siya mga harder to maintain uniform quality and communications. Next, about Coca-Cola supply chain flow. So, first is example of global system using both approaches. So, first is suppliers. So, mo ni siya ang suppliers kay mo ni siya mag-provide siya sa mga raw materials such as sugar, flavoring, and packaging sa mga Coca-Cola. And then, sa manufacturing and bottling plants, mo ni siya mga often managed local to serve regional market efficiency. So, next, warehousing distribution centers. So, mo ni siya mga mag-centralized planning to ensure the consistent supply and quality. So, number 4 is retailers and vending points. Mo ni siya mga operate under decentralized to market strategies to fit local preferences. So, final customers is receive the product that balance global quality standard with local tests. So, mo ni siya ang mga topics about Coca-Cola supply chain flow.
Hello everyone, I'm Kevin Punay and my topic is KPI evaluation example about Coca-Cola. So KPI evaluation Coca-Cola example, so ang kaning cost optimization through bulk sourcing. So kaning idea kay Coca-Cola lowers its production cost by buying ingredients like sugar, bottles, and packaging materials in large quantities from suppliers. This allows them to get discounts and reduce per unit cost. So example ani kay instead of buying 10,000 bottle caps each month, Coca-Cola orders 1 million at once, getting a lower price per cup from the supplier. This saves money on materials and logistics. So next is ang kaning time efficient logistic reduce lead time. So Coca-Cola uses advanced logistics and transportation systems to shorten the time between production and product delivery. So ang example ani niya is kanang they use a regional warehouse and real-time tracking systems so that stores get away new stocks quickly, reducing delays. A grocery in Cebu, for instance, can receive replenishments with 24 hours instead of a week. So next is ang kaning quality strict production standards globally. So ang kaning examples ani niya like kanang Coca-Cola uses the same water filtration, syrup formula, and quality inspection process everywhere. So a bottle bought in Manila tastes just like one bought in New York. And next is flexibility, adaptable to local market demand. So kani siya kay kanang like Coca-Cola adjusts its products and operations depending on the preferences or needs of different countries or region. And like ang kanang example pa din niya kay kana like in Japan, Coca-Cola produces green tea and coffee products under its brand because local consumers prefer those drinks. And while in the Philippines, they offer smaller, more affordable bottles to fit the local market. So conclusion, kay a well-structured supply chain enhance efficiency and competitiveness. And next, centralized and decentralized system both have unique benefits. And like ang example ani kay Coca-Cola's headquarters in Atlanta sets global standards, centralized man, but local bottling partners in the Philippines just production schedules based on local demand, man siya ang decentralized. And next is KPIs help monitor performance and identify improvements. So by tracking KPI like cost, time, quality, and flexibility, Coca-Cola can see where to improve. For instance, reducing delivery, mga delays, or increasing efficiency in packaging. So example ani kay kanang if the lead time for delivery increases, Coca-Cola investigates the cause, issues, traffic issues, warehouse delays, and other more. Next is kaning Coca-Cola's model. Model shows how globally companies to integrate flexibility and control. So Coca-Cola manages to stay consistent worldwide while kanang adapting to local markets, balancing global control with local flexibility. Like example ani kay the brand image and formula remain the same globally. May siyang control, but packaging, marketing, and product variations change per country among flexibility. And that's all. Thank you.